need safety. Tell the op can't snake me. Ray gun off safety.
Okay,
so
let me spill the tea as I sit here and drink the tea. A while ago, as in like years ago, I was watching 2020, the show 2020, and they always do these investigation episodes. And this episode in particular was talking about Black people getting their homes appraised at a lower amount due to being Black. And I saw that episode, and the moment I saw it, I was like, oh, heck no, this is not gonna happen to me. And I decided right then and there, if I ever sold my house and it had to be appraised, I would have a white person there so that my house would be appraised at the correct amount. So speed up to me selling my house. An appraisal is just a part of that. You have to make sure the house is valued at what you're selling it at. So if you are selling your house for a certain price and it gets appraised way below that price, it's problematic. So I got a text from my realtor and she was like, hey, appraiser's coming, just letting you know. And I got that message and I was like, oh my God, I need to find a white person to pretend like this is their house. So thankfully I'd already talked to one of my friends about this exact situation like a few weeks prior. And so I quickly texted her and I was like, hey, so remember when we talked about how you were gonna be using your white privilege on my behalf? Are you free? She is when I tell you that she is like the most supportive friend of all times, she is amazing. And she was like, sure. So she straight up rolls over with like picture frames and all sorts of stuff to put around the house and like fully pretend like my house is her house when the appraiser comes. So this is the footage that you're seeing. I know it sounds ridiculous and it is slightly hilarious, but in all seriousness, it's sad that as Black people in this country, these are the kind of things we have to deal with. I know that it's kind of like, oh wow, you're just assuming that the person who shows up is gonna be racist. Like really, Brittany? Like what if the person who showed up wasn't racist? I had two choices. I could either err on the side of, protecting myself and making sure that this appraisal went off without a hitch, or I could have just trusted and hoped and prayed. And honestly, I just didn't want to deal with that. It was easier and better to pretend like I didn't live in the house than to deal with, possibly it coming back appraised at a lower cost. And that's another thing. You cannot prove this stuff. You can't prove it. You cannot prove it. And even these people in 2020, when they did this whole special, they could not prove it, but it was obvious. Like, what other reason is there for a house being appraised way lower than every other house on the block? Was I assuming, making assumptions, possibly planning for something that wasn't a reality? Yes. By no means am I saying that the person that appraised my home, if for some reason they watched this, were racist, they were going to be racist, they were going to do this. I have no idea. But I did not want to take that chance. So this is the footage you guys are seeing. I just felt like I needed to explain a little bit. So I'm going to go in the house right now. I'm going to take down all of the pictures of us and I'm going to remove anything that says Black folk live here. So I'm going to pull all the hot sauce away and other things. Okay, y'all. See what I mean right now? See the hot sauce? The hot sauce is out. Putting the hot sauce away. I'm really not playing any kind of games. I'm totally taking these down. Also, I need to take that down. And I need to take these down as well. I'm in the car staking out the situation. She's texting me. She's like, he's here. So here's to hoping our little plan goes well. Hey guys, this is the end. Empty house tour. I don't think I've really ever given a house tour. Also, don't mind those floors. I'm about to clean them right now. There's a ton of construction, so there is a lot of dust. Okay, so when you walk in the door, this is the hallway you guys have seen many, many times. This was the room where I had my TV and all that stuff. Wow, it's crazy how different everything looks when there's nothing on the walls. And then you would walk in here, and this is where the piano was and all that jazz. I don't think you guys really knew how big this house was. So here's the dining room, or this is what I made the dining room. I don't know what the new buyers will do. Sometimes people put the dining room in this other room. Originally, when we first moved in, our dining room was in this room. And I thought that was weird because it was so far away from the kitchen. But anyway, so after you go to the dining room, here's the kitchen. You guys have seen this a million times. And then there are two staircases. This is the kitchen staircase. You go up the stairs. And there's this giant landing here. And then this was Audrey's room. Wow, everything looks so massive. Echo! Echo! Wow. And then, of course, this was my room. My room was like the tiniest actually, but I don't know, when everything was in it, it looks much bigger. Then you walk through here, washer dryer. This is the closet. So actually I put the closet's inserts in. This was just a room. So I got these from IKEA, and of course I'm gonna leave them because obviously I have no use for them, and why not? This is a great closet. So yeah. And then you walk through here. This was always a little odd to me, but there was this weird half bath. You guys never saw this. You literally, I don't think I've ever vlogged in this little half bath. This was like here, and then you'd walk in here, and this is the bathroom that you guys have seen a lot. I filmed so much content in here. I will miss the lighting, and I will miss this bathroom because it was a great place to film. So yeah, there was all that. And then I don't think you guys knew because I never really talked about it, but there was a patio off the side of my bathroom, like a walkout patio. I didn't really use that much. So then you come out of my bathroom and you go up these stairs, and there's a third floor. So this house is massive. And of course, this was the playroom and where the boys were and where we had so many memories. Oh my gosh. Bathroom that I'm gonna miss. And you guys, if I could take this wall with me, I could. This has all of their heights from 2017 when we moved in, all the way up. Look at that. Look at the growth. Kylan was here all the way. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So that was a house. This house was 3,700 square feet. Oh my gosh. I told myself I wasn't gonna get too emotional about it, but wow. It's like the weirdest bittersweet because I'm not sad. I really do feel so much closure, but wow.